Looks like our friends have finally arrived.
But there's still no sign of Sonara and Yeager. I've got a bad feeling about this.
What do you see?
They've got Yeager and Sonara. Even CB. Looks like they're being taken to the main hangar. Now instead of rescuing my friends from a bounty hunter, we gotta rescue them from the First Order.
Ugh, I'm sorry I put out that distress call. I had no idea things would escalate this quickly.
Hey, it's not your fault, Norath. You did what you had to do. I think that bounty hunter wanted you to put out that distress call to lure out more resistance. Come on, quick, before we get spotted.
Join me. Together, we can rule the galaxy far from sun.
I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them.
Hello there, Space Wizards, Plastic Spacemen, and Rebel Princesses. This is Todd Hoffman and Trent Hoffman, and you're listening to Big T and Little T, a Star Wars podcast. Welcome to episode 91. Today, we're going to be returning back to Star Wars Resistance. We took a break, but we're getting back to Star Wars Resistance and checking out Season 2, Episode 13, The Breakout. But before we get there, just a little housekeeping, trying to get back in the groove here. So, had a week off, and not technically by choice. The laptop took a tumble, and so we had to send that back to the shop. So essentially, I was uploading our episode 90 video with Keith and Kerwin, and it just went to boot it up, and it said, "Hey, I don't have a hard drive," and yeah, so a couple help desk talks and all that stuff, and now I'm getting it serviced. But fear not, the show must go on, and but just no streaming right now. Gotta wait till the old laptop comes back. We also want to thank Keith and Kerwin too for coming out for episode 90, and then John Williams is scoring Obi-Wan Kenobi. Can you believe that? That's crazy. And so we kind of talked about that in episode 90 about possibly Williams doing that, and he is. So we're counting down the days for the Lego Star Wars game, which is going to be dope. It went gold, so that is super cool. And that's pretty much we're ready to go. Oh, and there was a Super Bowl, and there was no Obi-Wan trailer. Ugh, what? Yeah, we were hoping for Obi-Wan. We got Ewan McGregor, but he was like selling Bitcoin or I don't know, vacations or something. And yeah, so basically out of, Super Bowl, you needed to either do, get an electric car and then invest in Bitcoin. That was the biggest thing. So there you have it. But unfortunately, Trent couldn't join me today, but we are going to have a great show. We are going to talk about The Breakout. So, it's been a minute since we went to Star Wars Resistance. So that was the last one we talked about was in November of 2021. And that was episode 79. So we're picking that back up. And here we go. We're going to talk about Breakout. So just to get you kind of caught up is that Kaz and North is the Duros resistant agent that they went to rescue. And they got trapped by this bounty hunter, Axe Targan, and he's got this really cool ship, and he's got this really cool helmet, and he kind of looks like a Mando, but he's got like these horns and stuff like that, but just a very cool look. And so they're kind of in a pickle. So Kaz is trying to rescue his friends. That's how this works. So Jarek and I forget her name, Sanira is the pirate. She's the pirate that has been helping out Kaz throughout the Resistance, but they are captured by the First Order, and it's up to Kaz and this resistant agent to resistance agent to try to figure this out. So they are trying to figure out a plan. And of course, Kaz does not have a plan, but they are trying to understand where everything's at. They're sneaking around. The First Order has kind of invaded this spaceport, if you will. When they arrive, Axe gives Pryor the two of them, and it's not the Resistance spies that he's looking for, but they will. It definitely helps. They just want the other two, and especially Kaz and this other Resistant agent of Norith. And so he basically gives Axe ultimatum and just says, hey, if you don't bring me those Resistant agents, you don't get paid, and we still take these two. So Axe is going, pun intended, back to the grind and trying to figure out where they're at, because he knows they haven't got far. And so in the interim, Kaz is trying to reach Captain Doza. Doza's trying to reach them. They're not communicating, but they're able to connect just for a second. And Kaz says, hey, we're stuck. We got a plan. And Doza's like, well, I'm in this. They're kind of in this, I don't know, like nebulous cloud. Kind of looks like what Kylo goes through to get the Exoloff in Star Wars Episode 9. It kind of looks like that. So they are in this kind of nebulous cloud that the First Order can't really see, but the class it's only temporary. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, yeah, we got to jump real soon if the First Order finds us out. So this is a fun little plan that we've seen before. And this is Kaz's plan is like, hey, we'll dress up as First Order stormtroopers. We just have to lure, them in, and then we'll take them out. Well, obviously it doesn't go as it planned. There's a little klutz thing where Kaz trips and slams something on Nora's foot. They make this kind of weird sound, and the stormtroopers are alerted to them. And so basically they go into this like alien's house. The alien is not obviously happy with them and screams. The First Order knocks on the door, and bada bing, bada boom, they get the stormtrooper off armor. And so now they're trying to act like stormtroopers. This is a great little bit. It's fun. It's something that we've seen before and familiar with in Star Wars with Han and Luke. So they run into Captain Pryor and immediately stun him, and then they are trying to get to Jaeger. And so yeah, then there's the CB unit. CB has been captured as well, and so they're trying to get, this is a new stormtrooper too. He's got some kind of like weird antenna backpack on him, and he's basically a tech guy, and he's trying to crack the code of the Resistance and get to CB's information. And he finally does, but CB improvises and like electrocutes him and gets out of a pickle. He's very resourceful, very much like BB-8, our other favorite BB unit droid. And so CB rescues them, and then gets himself rescued essentially. And so Kaz and North finally meet up with Jaeger and Serena, and yeah, I think that's it. Serena, I don't know. I am really bad with Star Wars names. I don't know why, but they're sometimes very difficult for me to say. So I'm gonna just say Sin. Let's just call her Sin. And Jaeger are there. They meet up with CB, and now it's time to escape. One of the things in this sequence of events, Axe is doing some surveillance. Notice that Kaz are not acting like normal stormtroopers. Zeroes in and able to pick up the communication, and he understands where they're going to go. So he hangs out in the shuttle, which is a good idea. So they all make it back. They're able to sneak past all the guards. Blah blah blah. They get to the shuttle, and Axe is there. They try to trap him, and then CB. They all get out, and then CB pilots the transport and gets Axe like kind of blown away. And then Captain Pryor comes, and they're shooting and blah blah blah. And also during this time is that the First Order finds them out, and so Captain Doza has to make a decision, and he doesn't want to leave them, so he leaves the aces behind. We don't know that. So the shuttle's blasting off, and here comes the aces, save the day. They get Kaz out of the pickle, and then Captain Doza comes in with the resistance ship, blocks the First Order, and they jump into the Colossus, and then they're all saved, and they scoot out. It's a pretty awesome maneuver, but it all happens very quickly, and it's just like Kaz has this moment with North, and obviously Nico's there, and Nico's like, hey, you're stormtroopers. I love Nico to death. He is like one of my favorite characters. He's so innocent and so much fun, he doesn't really get that they're playing stormtrooper. It's a whole little bit that is so funny, and so Kaz is like, hey, let's go, I'll get you a drink at Aunt Z's, and that's pretty much how this episode ends. Again, the nostalgia part is there for this episode because of just the stormtrooper bit that we know about Han and Luke, and so there's a little bit more into this that I like, but it's a pretty, these I think all the Resistance ones, they go really fast. I mean, I know they're the same as like Clone Wars with like the 22 minutes, but I just feel like these kind of fly through, and this one was a really good one. I really enjoyed it very much. So there you have it. Breakout. Fun. So, that's another episode of Big T Little T. So if you want to check us out on the socials, Big T Little T Podcast, Instagram, BLILT Podcast on Twitter, and then twitch.tv, Big T Little T. Like I said, laptop's down. We'll be streaming soon, but Trent and I have been playing Madden. We've been going through each team. I'll probably post a couple more videos. He's been doing some crazy stuff on me. I don't know what's going on. He's only 9 years old, and he's kicking my butt. It's great. It's super fun. But hey, we got some stickers. So if we want to hear from you. So comment, tweet us, rate us on Apple Podcasts. You can also, I believe, you can also rate us now on Spotify. You can take a screenshot of that, and we'll love to throw you some swag. Slow down there. But we also have an email, bigtlittlepodcast@gmail.com. If you want to drop us a question about Resistance, your thoughts of Boba Fett, what's going to happen in Obi-Wan, all those kind of good things, drop us a line. We would love to hear from you. But I said all this stuff, you're like, oh my gosh, that is too much to remember, dude. What can I do? All right, we got a new a bio.link. So it's bio.link /bigtlilt, and it has all the links, all the hot links, all the sausage links, everything, all the links. It's right there, and you can find it at bio.link /bigtlilt, and got all the links there where you can check us out. And so check that out. So next week we're gonna continue this. I promise you, we're going to get through Star Wars Resistance Season 2, and so we're going to continue with Episode 14 next week, and it's going to be super fun. So I'm super excited to kind of wrap this up and get back into it and finish strong here. So now remember, truly wonderful the mind of a child is, and may the Force be with you always. Bye! See you later. Bye, 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 bye. Test 1 2 1 2 test 1 2 test 1 2 1 2.